Welcome to The Link this evening, and today we have a guest that you might know. Ahead of the International Women's Day, we are hosting an entrepreneur that we want to learn from today, and we're going to talk about many things, including the character of the person who is doing business. In this case, a special woman. In a moment. Welcome back, and tonight my guest is Miss Amina Hasimoge. Most of you know her. I think people know you around. You are in the news all the time for the sugar, the attack factory, and so on. We want to learn from you. You rose from adversity, even poverty. Briefly help us see what you and your mother were able to do to make a fortune out of a little shop where you started.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you. I will first say that my background is called Amina Hasimoge. My mother is Sarah Hersi Ali. We come from a village called Bungoma. Bungoma actually now is Bungoma district, but
I've been there.
Now is Bungoma town. Now, my mother started a business first of all as a hotel business in a small town. Actually, her hotel was like Serena as we talk now.
Okay.
But
interesting.
But after an after I think almost coming to 69, 67, some of the shopkeepers and that the government of Kenya decided that other people should leave the business to leave small towns to the indigenous people to run businesses.
Okay.
So my mother was fortunate because she was already in business. The Asians and the people who are running the business, they decided to go there, but they left her to run the business. So that was an opportunity.
Okay.
But the problem is, I see, is that many people maybe could not have taken and decided that it should remain the way it is. But she decided to take that challenge and took the opportunity and moved from a restaurant, running a restaurant or a hotel, into to go to the wholesale shop.
Okay. So
she was lucky again. She didn't have capital. The people gave her a whole shop with capital, with a building, but said, you work hard and send us, pay us back.
Give us our money back.
So that's where I can say my mother is where she started is trust.
How do you as Amina tap into your mom? You are seeing her. What's happening? How are you learning?
For me, I am a student of hers because from when I was young, my father died when I was 9 years.
Okay.
And my mother decided, as any other African culture, that the girls will not continue in studies, but they should do business. So she decided, and I think she is the one who mentored me into business and said, you will not go on, but you will continue with the business. So
you are mentored in business?
From young, it's just like you have taken a career. You see, like a career, somebody wants to be a lawyer, you must get the right grades, then you become a lawyer. You cannot decide to be a lawyer if you have not also worked hard and got the right grades to go a lawyer.
So what are some of the things that you saw? We want people the parents and the children, how they train each other.
Yes.
What are some of the specific things you saw your mom do and you are doing now to be able to do business?
Okay, you see a business, let me tell you, it's not a must. People like Amina or what. The business is, first of all, is to have somebody who is, the big thing is in the business, first you have to understand what you want. What are you bringing in the market? You cannot decide just that because Amina is doing business, you want to do business. Do it. You see, that is wrong. You do business, like me, I started a business which my mother gave me a line of doing a hardware shop, which I was started with the nails. But after that, when I was in that business, I saw that I could do more than the nails.
From experience now.
Now, because now in my shop, which if I can go back to that, there was shortage that nobody was selling to the population small kilos of nails.
This one's for building.
For building. So if you want to buy nails, they were telling you to buy like 50 kilos. So we came away where to give affordability. Whether you buy a quarter kilo, what your pocket can afford.
You serve the need.
Yes. And that paid so much that people came from all over, and they decided to tell us, instead of only bringing us nails, can you also bring me cement? Can you bring me this? So you see,
the customer is coming.
So everything is how you deal with your customer. That is your market.
Okay.
So they decided to make me to move in other things. But also it needs very hard work. It needs patience.
It's important.
You see now, it needs patience, it needs hard work, it needs trustworthy.
The right attitude.
And the attitude, and also networking with people. You should, otherwise you disappear.
Let's move on to the before time runs out.
Yes.
Sometimes being a woman in Africa can be a disadvantage.
Yes.
Especially business.
Yes.
However, I don't want to focus on that today. I want to focus on the character of Amina. What thing in you as Amina, okay, woman, but Amina, that has made you conquer the challenges in order to break through as a business person?
Okay, for me, I think my character is not only me. I have my mother's character.
Okay.
It's worse than mine.
What do you
because
mean?
Why? She never went to school.
Yes.
She never went to school.
Okay.
But she can see this and say this is possible and can make money.
She has
you understand?
An eye.
She has an eye. And again, she works hard to see that it is done, even without money, to talk to other people. They bring money together, you see? So that with that has given me. Now, if I talk about Amina, because of the background I come from, with my mother having a good name, good collateral, I was working, starting as Amina. You know, I'm not a startup. I started with a family business.
You rode somewhere.
So I did not start from below.
Yes.
I started
somewhere
where a family had already made a nice ground.
Yeah.
But with me also, being as Amina, and what moves me is like I like challenges. As Amina, I like challenges. I like to do things which people don't do, and I think what is showing people, and I can come here and people are admiring, and I've been given a lot of award. It's because I'm going into areas which people thought women cannot go. You see, the issue is here is that women or men. And if I can talk about us as Africans, we fear to excel more because we think we have enough.
We are contented.
Yes. So anybody who moves a bit and say, okay, it's fine. But if God gives you opportunity and you live in another level, which can allow you to go to another level, it's better you take that challenge.
Take the chance.
But what I think many people, the challenges and the problems I went through, nobody could have taken. It is a lot of risk, a lot of taking your time, a lot of saying that I forget any luxury to see what I want to
sacrifice.
Be. Yes, sacrifice.
Let's move quickly.
Yeah.
You do not have much formal education.
Yes.
How do you educate yourself then to succeed?
Okay, education is learning in school. But the most learning, I think, is learning from the job.
Hands-on.
No, you learn, because you see, even right now, if you look at what we were taught a long time, literature, and it has nothing to do with business now.
I agree.
You see, it is totally.
I agree.
So I agree, me, as if I'm happy that I didn't go so much in class, because I am able to change to the environment and what is happening.
So what teaches you?
What teaches me? Let's say, like, I do mostly on the construction.
Okay.
And in construction, you see, it is not a rocket science, as people think. Because I get consultants, I get engineers.
Yes.
So when they do, for me, I'm person of the hands. I do implement. So I am in the implementer. But I'm not I have the ideas what I want to do. People do for me, but I go and work.
And see for yourself
And
on the
I
ground.
think this is where people are going wrong, because they want to open business, they want to do, but they don't want to
Touch.
no, they don't want to be involved. So you'll collapse. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Capital will follow certain people and certain businesses. That means money.
Yes.
It will follow certain people and not others. How do you attract money to yourself? You are in a tiak in sugar. You got some help from government and other monies. How do you make the money come to you when you want it? What is the secret?
That question, can I answer you something else before you go there?
Okay, go on.
Okay, you see, getting money,
Yeah.
everybody can get money to make money. But if I go back and see what is happening, especially on the women's and that in East Africa, let me talk about, and even my Somalia, where I come from.
Yeah.
Women, because, you know, they have not been into big business, they have been only in informal business, so they don't have enough collateral. The money they have been keeping, they don't take it to the banks, so people don't know whether they're in the money economy.
Yes.
Because they can't see how much actually business they do, because they just keep it in the house, then buy something. So people don't see whether you are able to handle money. You understand?
I see what you mean.
But for me, you know, because my mother has been in business, I have been having a lot of turnovers. We have been doing business from, I'm not young, from 80s I've been in business.
Experience.
My parents have been from 60s. So people can see my history. So when I want to say, let's say money is not all the government, I didn't only get from the government.
Collateral.
I had collateral, and I went to the banks. So banks know that I'm able to pay, because when I went to Atiak,
Yeah.
I already had Oasis shopping mall.
Yes.
Which the president even opened, and everybody came and see. I didn't have a problem. When I went to do the luxury apartment, it's the best of the best
So
in
there's a
Kampala.
track record.
It's a track record. And I used my equity release to go to Atiak. You see, you have now property. You release because you have reduced your debt, and you go into that. So I think is that we need right now, we have a very young population
Yes.
in East Africa. But the problem, you see, most of them now are startups. So who will trust them with money?
Good question.
Who will trust? And I can give you an example. When I had difficulties in Atiak, whereby I thought I will fund my cooperative unions to do for them bush clearance and that, to plant cane to supply me.
Yeah.
But then when I got problem that I was not able to finish my factory, I decided to go to the banks to say, as I'm looking for funds to finish the factory, can you give, this one I want you to understand that I gave 5,240 acres to the women of northern Uganda from my own land for them to use it for 6 years to make money. You see, I'm giving back to the society. So with that in my hands, the title which I'm giving to the women, I went to the banks and said, because cane takes time to plant.
We have 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cane takes much time to plant. Can you give this money to the women? And this the money I was talking about is that for them to do now only the cruise. They asked, they want audited accounts from these women who are peasants. They are displaced. They wanted in 3 years money in their accounts for them to trust them. They wanted again tangible security. How
did you turn that around?
Huh?
How did you?
You see now, this is where I'm being accused. That money is where I asked the government, can you give this money to the northern people as a grant? So that is the money which they have given them through NADS. But I am the one who initiated. And I said, these people cannot get money anywhere.
So that character is, I said, business engineering or something like that. We couldn't take the other question because of time.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Amina. You see, I told you time just flies when we start talking about these things. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
And it has been a pleasure to host you.
Okay.
You heard her. The mother is very important in the family. So if you're doing family business, you pick something there. But also the character is important in business, as we saw from her. That was the link tonight.